Hello, it's me, Joe Valek, and I'm back for episode 5 of the Cotched podcast. Just a short intro today, 2 little updates. Firstly, hopefully you will see an improvement in the quality of this episode. That's right, I got a capture card and now we can record in 1080p rather than 720p. So hopefully it looks better. Let me know if you think it does, or if you think I can still make some improvements to the recording style of the podcast. The second one is just to say that the other interviews I promised last time, there's been a little bit of a delay. However, they are still coming, so make sure you're subscribed to keep up to date when they drop. Okay, so who have we got today? Well, you can see in the title that it is Family Perfume, but who is he? Well, Family is a rapper from Bristol. He's got a really great sound. His beat selection is always incredible. His lyrics are very uplifting, and you always come away from a Family Perfume song feeling better about yourself and the world around you. I highly recommend you go and check out some of his music after this episode. In the episode, we talk about a lot of things, actually. It's a very funny episode, but it's got that perfect balance between humour and wisdom. We laugh a lot, but we also go deep into a side of FP that I didn't know, certainly, and you might not have too. So get locked in. Be sure to share this one with your friends. Like, comment, subscribe, follow, rate 5 stars, all the usual stuff. It's good to remind you. But yeah, enjoy. Peace. Happy birthday.
When did you turn 26?
Libra baby.
Libra, yeah.
I turned 26 on the 30th.
Wow, we're close.
98. Well,
Wow,
obviously,
yeah,
if you just
same,
turned
yeah,
26,
yeah.
and obviously we're born
We're
in the
like
same year.
Couple
Good time
days
to be
apart.
alive, huh?
Yeah, man.
Well, good time to be born.
Yeah, man. I think it's a good time to be alive. For us, I think we're very lucky here.
Do you know about your conception story?
Like, which position in that? No.
Time and
Doggy.
place.
No, I don't. I just know my parents were like 16, 17. They were very young.
Really?
Yeah.
So we planned, I guess.
No, definitely not. Teenagers?
Yeah.
No, it was not planned.
Do you think you feel like an accident in your life?
I feel like God was like, now's the time for you two to have a child so you can all be blessed together as a family. Yeah,
Nice.
I reckon. Yeah. How about you?
I'm not sure. I think I was kind of an accident. I think that they kind of wanted a child,
Mm.
but not necessarily like they weren't actively trying, perhaps.
Yeah, sure.
It's like
How old
a
are they?
blessing. My mum was 26 and my dad was 27 or 27, 28.
That's a
I
good
think when
age.
they were 27,
That's a good
28
age.
when I was born.
Yeah.
But 26, 27, which is crazy because I'm now the age that they were. When,
Yeah,
which is
it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy to think.
you must have had that feeling like 10 years ago.
Well, yeah, but like it's because my stepdad met my mum at like 25, 26, and then like we had a meal, and then during the meal, it was just crazy to think that he had like met me at my age. I was like, there's no way that I could have done that.
Could you be a stepdaddy?
Not yet. No way. No way.
Has it ever almost happened? Did you ever been with a girl that's had a child?
Nah.
Would that put you off?
Yeah, just because I'm not ready to play stepdad. Like, there's no way am I ready for that. There's so many things that I need to sort in my life first.
It's very mature. I feel like the new generations are a lot more mature like that. Like, I don't want a child until I'm like I've
ready.
sorted all my shit out.
Yeah, for sure.
Try and not pass on that generational trauma. Or,
yeah, right.
Yeah.
No, for sure. Which, like, just that phrase wasn't even a phrase like 20 years ago.
And no disrespect to our parents, they didn't know.
Of course not.
You know?
Of course not.
We just live in a lucky time where we've got access to all the information we could possibly want ever. Well, we've started off in a bit of a deep way.
Hey,
not really
why
sure where
not?
we go from here. You
Why
know?
not?
But hello, we're here. Family Perfume is here.
Yes, sir.
I guess people probably will know you, but it's nice to give an introduction. What do you do? Who are you?
I am a musician from Bristol. Yeah, I'm a musician. I'm also a care worker, which no one knows about, which I don't talk about, because why would I? It's not really relevant to the music, but I guess it kind of is relevant to the music. The stuff I talk about and rap about, it kind of fits. But yeah, I don't know, I'm just a fun-loving guy, you know, just trying to find my way in the world like
Free
everyone
spirit,
else. Yeah.
free thinker.
Yeah. Hopefully, yeah.
Do you want to talk about your job, caregiver?
Being a carer, yeah, it's cool, man.
What
It's
does that mean?
well, I work in a care home. There's like 14 residents, all different ages, just with different problems and issues. Some have like high level. There's some with like really bad ADHD or autism, stuff like that. You know, it's like a whole spectrum of stuff that they're dealing with, and we just help them go about their day and do the things they got to do.
That's nice.
It's cool. It's cool.
Is it hard work?
Sometimes, like if you're like having to deal with like loads of crying or violence, then sometimes. But like I'd say 90% of it is pretty just chill.
Pretty rewarding.
Yeah,
I bet.
definitely.
I suppose it gets easier the longer you do it as well.
For sure.
You've been doing it for some time.
I've been there
right?
4 years now. So.
Wow. Okay. Does it pay all right?
It pays fine, you know.
Nice.
Yeah. I've got no complaints about money or anything like that.
And is it like
fine.
long shifts? Is it that
I
you
do
stay there for long
3
periods?
12-hour shifts per week.
Okay.
So
that's interesting. It's like the same amount of hours pretty much that I do in my job, but in 2 less days.
Which is great because I get 4 days to just play me. You know, I get to play FP for 4 days. I get to run around and do whatever.
Do you think you're
fills my heart.
a different person at work, or are you trying to be the same?
No, I am the same person. But I think that's why I do well there. Just because I go in there as me, I talk to the residents as me, I talk to the staff members as me, and it just flows well, and I help them.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do they listen to your music?
Some of them like to ask about it, but I try to keep it separate just to have that break for me from it and from them. But yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's exciting and very interesting as well. I mean, it comes across, you seem like a nice, caring person. So
Thank you. I try to be. Sometimes I'm not.
How did you even get into that job?
I had tried everything else. I had tried, Tesco and, just that whole spectrum of jobs. I didn't go to uni or anything. I never really liked the thought of that. And then my dad was dating someone at the time who was working there. And she was like, just try it. Like, just give it a go. I'm like, I always wanted a job which had meaning. I'm like, I always wanted to give, like, straight away. I wanted to see that my work is going into something. And I tried it and I just,
Helping people.
Yeah.
Wow, impressive.
Yeah, it was cool. Yeah.
Do you ever put any of the, do you think it influences your music in a way?
I think massively, just because it's just changed me as a person, which does change my music naturally, you know. Yeah, like the last 4 years of being there, I've definitely become a lot less selfish, and I think about how things affect people more, which is still just an ongoing thing, but it's the same for everyone. I think the themes of my music definitely run through from caring, and because I think I tried to care for people through my music as well, I think I tried to give people music that they can listen to and feel better about their lives when they're done listening to it. So I think it kind of all bleeds into the same thing, the same pot. You
fostered like a real community as well with your music. A lot of people message you. You always share messages and how it it touches you.
I think that's just the type of music that I make. I think it just bleeds into people wanting to be loving back because their music's loving. So they even feel like they can tell me because they just think I'm an open person from the music. And you get quite a lot of streams as well. I feel like you're kind of criminally underrated in Bristol. I think so, yeah.
You're probably one of the most, I know it's not about streams, but you are probably one of the most streamed rappers in Bristol right now that isn't really part of the community or the movement, which maybe helps, I don't know.
I don't know. I have always had my problems in the space and being around people in the space. Through no one's fault but my own. I just I didn't really get on with a lot of people in this space, just because when I was coming up, music for me wasn't like a friendly, chatty thing. I came into it because I wanted to do well, and I just saw people as competition, and I treated people like competition, which I think led to a lot of space and issues. But I think I like not being a part of the scene because I don't really do music for that. I make music because I like to make art. Like, I didn't make it to just be constantly around people who make art, you know?
I think that's nice that you're quite honest about it as well. Like,
you
like,
have to be, bro.
I'm here
You
because I
have
want to
be.
succeed, not because I want to. Yeah, I feel like a lot of
Make loads
people
of
kind of
friends.
lie to themselves, maybe that they're like doing it for the love or doing it just because for the joy of making music. But you're like, I mean, you still enjoy making the art, but you're like, I want to be successful at it as well, which
I mean,
I think is probably a good.
That was my
mindset
whole
to have.
reason for starting it. I just always wanted to see what I could do with it and how far I could take it. But like I've always been like that. That's just how I'm hardwired to just want to do well in something. So I just press it.
Do you think that comes from the competitive days of playing football?
I think it all bleeds into the same thing, yeah.
Have you always 100%. Been a competitive person?
100%, yeah. Which, from football and then doing well in football, I think that stuff just bleeds over. I mean, it's the same with like my health. Like I want to be as healthy as I can, or like with caring, I want to be the best carer that I can be. Like we're not here for that long if you really think about it. So
it's a blink and you'll miss it.
Yeah. So like, why not just really push it and see what you can do? I think the last week I've been thinking like, what is my biggest fear? And it's definitely looking back and just thinking like, there's so much more that I could have done. Like I just think that's just like.
In what sense?
It's just like a scary thought, just to be 90 or something, and just to be sat there and be like, there's so much more stuff. Yeah, just that. Like, I'm like, I think that each person is born with a gift and something that they can give to the world, and it's your sort of like rite of passage to do that and breed it and turn it into something, you know. I'm like, and if you don't, I think it's just a shame on yourself and everyone around you.
Did you believe in nature or nurture then?
You go first.
I think a bit of both. I think a lot of it is when you're young, maybe there's a few things that you lean towards, and then it depends how much you do that, how much you nurture that talent into something bigger. Because
for sure, yeah.
When we're young, we're very malleable, aren't we?
Yeah,
so if
that's
you
true.
Get into football,
you
know, like maybe Messi, for example, was born to be the best football player ever, but also if he hadn't been kicking a ball since he was 1, then he probably wouldn't have been the best footballer ever, you know?
For sure.
And I had a science teacher who always used to say Ronnie O'Sullivan was born to be the best snooker player ever. And I was always like 14, like, but surely he wasn't like playing snooker when he was like 2, you know? That's just something. It's the other way around. Maybe he was born to be like that, because when you play snooker for the first time, then if you're good, it's not like it's football. Well, like everyone has a football around when they're young. Not everyone has a snooker table. That's true. I don't know. What do you think?
I think like with him, maybe he like his path was just that from the offset. God or whoever, whatever, did choose him to be that, and him just falling into it wasn't by chance. I'm like, I don't really do chance. I don't do by chance.
No.
I'm like, I think everything is.
You believe in fate?
Is planned out, and yeah. I don't believe in fate. I believe in God. You know, I believe God has a plan. Yeah.
Which type of God? Christianity?
Yeah.
How long have you been Christian?
For the last, so I was kind of raised it, but I'm like, it wasn't through my own accord. I think the last year it's really become more prevalent, but it's still something that I battle with and I go back and forth with, but I think that's where my heart is leaning towards. I think I find the most peace with that, so that's where my heart's leaning.
Interesting. What attracted you back to it after being raised it? And
so there's a lot of people that I work with who are like strict Catholics. They're like really strong.
What, like the patients or colleagues?
My work colleagues. So I think just from just being around them and talking to them and just having an open heart, like I think it just it led me to it, or I think God led them to me, and like me to them, really. And I just love what it stands for. I'm like at the roots of it. I'm like, I think in the modern world and through social media, quite a lot of it gets lost, but like the core values of it is just it's love, it's trust, it's patience, it's peace. I'm like, and I love that, you know. I'm like, I think that's something that we should all strive for.
It does represent a nice like faith is nice to have. It's not
faith is a beautiful concept.
If you have faith in like God, then
Bro,
you have faith
like,
in everything else.
Yeah, too. Right. Like I think it's just such a strong concept. Yeah.
Do you go to church?
Not yet.
Not yet. That's a big step.
Kinda, just because like I just don't know where my people will be. But I also just think it's me just creating a narrative in my head.
Interesting.
But I'm getting to that point.
Do you think it might put you off seeing other people believe?
No.
Or do you think it'll be nice?
I reckon I'll love it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I reckon I'll love it.
Sometimes I feel like that's put me off other things. If I'm like
really,
into, I don't know, like I did a run last week, a half marathon, which was great. And I still don't feel like I'm obviously not a person who's winning races and stuff, but the people who do, I don't feel that connected to them yet.
Yeah.
And it hasn't put me off becoming them necessarily. But it does make me sort of question like, oh, if they're like this and I'm not like that, does that mean maybe this isn't who I am? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like the same thing might apply to going to church. You might go,
maybe.
I don't actually relate to these people as much as I thought I might have.
Maybe. But like I think with both, to be fair, with God and running, I think the key part of it is about you having that relationship with it. So it doesn't even matter how you feel
for sure about
it when you're with other people. You love to run by yourself, maybe, so you run, and I love to pray by myself, so I pray. You know, it's like the same thing, you know.
Just a second.
Yeah.
It might be God speaking to us, but I think it's just a loose cable. Cable speak God. What do you talk to God about?
So at first, I just like to say thanks for the things that I have in my life. And then I pray and ask for patience, because I can be quite impatient. I like to ask for my fears to be taken away, because I can overthink. Those are the only two things, really, just patience and overthinking. But from talking and praying, like I do feel it starting to go away in my brain. And then I think, so recently I've signed up to the spa to go to the sauna, which is just an amazing thing for your brain. I think part of that is free will, and part of that is God dropping that seed in my head to go there, because he knows that will then take away the fear. It's like you don't pray and ask for strength. You pray, and then he'll try and put you in a place where you can show strength. He won't just do it for you. He'll give you the space, and you need to do with that as you will. So I think that kind of all is helping. But I've really loved praying. The last couple of weeks has been the most that I've prayed, and that's probably been because I've been at my most, not my most scared, and scared isn't the right word, but I've been trying to date. And when I date, my mind can skew and go everywhere. I tend to overthink whilst I'm talking to women. And I tend to think that they don't like me. So I just create this narrative, which then leads it to happening, because you start to act as if they don't like you, and you know. But I think God and praying is taking that away day by day.
Yeah. That's interesting to hear, though, because you might think people might pray for like material things or like pray for
Yeah, sure.
like Lord send me the baddies or
Yeah.
something like that. But you're praying for things
That's the wrong way to do it. Yeah,
you've got to pray for things that can lead you to the things you
Yeah,
want.
you need to go to the root of
directly.
Yeah.
Does he talk back?
I think he talks back in opportunity. I'm like, I can't say I've heard a voice or anything like that. But I think he does. Yeah.
That's nice. Well, maybe he invited you here today. You know?
That's what I'm saying.
For
like,
sure.
maybe, man, maybe.
That's good. At least you're not hearing voices. I'm glad to hear it. I hear voices sometimes, you know, usually when I'm trying to go to sleep, telling me like, oh, I should have done this.
Oh, really?
Oh, that's a great idea. Maybe I should do that.
Yeah. No, I am straight to sleep. It takes me seconds to fall asleep.
Yeah?
I'm gone.
Nice.
I'm tired and then I'm gone. Bed early, wake up early. I'm good. I've always been good with sleep.
Consistent
bedtime. Always been good with sleep. Always. I've never messed around with it. It's so important.
Yeah, I'm not very good. I'm the worst with that.
Most people aren't. Yeah.
I need like, this is gonna sound so stupid, but I need a bit of. I kind of need help going to bed.
Okay. Yeah.
Like if like I live with my girlfriend, and for example, if sometimes she likes to go to bed quite early. Like the other night, she went to bed at like 8 o'clock.
That is early, to be fair.
Because she was just tired. She said, I'm going to bed. And then like I stayed up till like 12, just fucking about. And then like the next day, she was going to bed at like 10, which is like a good time for me to go to bed. Yeah. So like we had a shower and then I went to bed at like 10:30. Yeah. Because she was like, we were in the routine together. And then when I'm on my own, I just like fuck about. It just like I was in here last night messing about with the setup, peep the better quality, hopefully, till like 12:30.
Really, yeah.
For no reason, really. I mean, the reason was I was playing with my new toy.
Yeah,
but
sure.
I should probably have just gone to bed.
Like,
but I've always been a bit of a night owl. You know? But I also love waking up early, so it's that duality of like I want both, but I need sleep.
Yeah, for sure. Why do you think, like, is part of it that you're sort of running from going to sleep? Like, you don't want to just lie there and shut your eyes?
Maybe.
So you're keeping busy, or?
But I like sleep. Yeah, it's not like the demons come out at bedtime.
Yeah, sure.
I like dreaming. I have good dreams, and I love sleeping. I think it's
what do you dream about?
This and that, you know.
This and that.
The other day I had a dream. I was riding a bike with my cousin in Cardiff down Penarth Road, which won't mean anything to you, but
sounds
just like a road. And I had a mountain bike and the front tire went flat. Oh, so then I popped a wheelie. And I was like, I'll just wheelie all the way home.
Wow, we're a superhero.
And then we were like, we were skating and I could do a tray flip.
Nice.
Randomly, like
tray flips were pretty cool.
And everyone was like, "Whoa, I didn't know you could do that." I was like, "Neither did I." And I should have clocked at that point that I was dreaming.
You were dreaming, yeah. Wow.
But what else? Not much. You know, just like nothing that obscene. Like I know some people have like crazy kind of fantastical dreams of like things that aren't quite real. I kind of just dream about like
very
mundane kind of experiences, and sometimes it's a bit twisted. Like, I would never pop a wheelie for 2 miles, you know,
and then pop a tray.
Yeah, like it could happen, but unlikely. But I'm not dreaming about like monsters or occasionally have weird dreams where I like. Sometimes I fly, and that's always a bit strange. But I find like I used to have a lot more dreams where I felt like I was struggling with something, like, or like, wow. I had a dream once where Dr. Dre came into a restaurant that I was working in. And he was like disrespectful.
Oh, really?
So like I like tried to punch Dre.
Wow. And, how did that end up?
I had like no power. And he just like laughed.
He laughed.
It was like, nice try, buddy, or something. And then he was like, I own this restaurant now, and fired me or something. Wow. I don't know. But I used to have more dreams like that where I was like fighting against something or like running from something. Whereas now I feel like I'm just kind of just like living life. Wow. In the dreams.
Wow. That's cool. That's different.
But they mean a lot. Yeah. Dreams. I was dreaming about my hometown a lot, or like a flat where I used to live as a child recently. just over like a few weeks. I was just like,
that's cool.
I've been to this flat a few times.
Yeah.
What does this mean? And I asked ChatGPT, and it was like, it
Yeah.
could mean a few of these things. I was like, well, I don't know if it means any of those things, but I
Yeah.
stopped dreaming about it after that. So, but it was nice to be back there, you know.
Nice.
And I used to dream about hotels a lot as well.
Yeah.
Because I worked in hotel for a long time.
Oh, really?
And I used to love that. But
Yeah.
a lot, like almost every dream for like ages, when I would remember it,
Yeah.
it would be like unrelated to a
Mhm.
hotel, and we would just like stop by a hotel,
Wow.
or like part of the dream would take place in not the same hotel, just a
Mm.
hotel, which is always cool because they were always like really sick hotels, and we just like go to
What
like
makes a hotel sick?
I don't know,
Please
they were
tell
just
me.
like fancy.
Yeah.
Some of them would have like cool like elevators
Oh yeah.
that would go up,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
there'd be like roof bars or like
Ooh, love a rooftop
I don't know.
bar.
I don't know. It wasn't a bad thing though.
Yeah,
'cause,
sure.
Hotels are chill.
Nice.
What about you? What do you dream of?
Sometimes it's like school.
That's quite a common dream.
Yeah, just back with my school friends. I had a dream yesterday about a school friend. And then sometimes I go on dates in my dreams.
Oh yeah,
Quite a lot of dates.
with
Or, like,
women you
sex
actually
dreams.
know.
Rarely. It's just like a made up woman in my head.
Nice.
But I think dating has always just been a big theme in my head since I was a kid. Like I grew up on rom-coms and love songs. It's just always been prevalent to me. Always.
Mm.
I just can't escape it.
Do you want a wife?
Do I want a woman? You were gonna say woman. Do you want woman?
I was gonna say that. I mean, like, do you want a partner? Is what probably why I should say.
I think
that.
so. I think so. I think so.
Yeah.
If any of you are listening, yeah, I do want a partner. Yeah.
You craving love?
I'm craving it less than I was, which is healthy and good.
Mm.
I feel like I've always craved love, but in the last month, I feel a lot more settled in myself, which is really good for me. Because I've always just been in bad relationships, just to be in a relationship, and then I've let it go bad because I didn't want to be in it, but I'd stick in it because I didn't want to be alone. So it would just be a whole thing. But I feel like I'm finally breaking out of that now.
You kind of have to like stop looking. Almost.
Yeah, you do. Like you need to look inward and just like think about why you're like just needing this love. Like you need to learn to give it to yourself first, you know? Like it's like an old cliche, but it's so true. I'm like, you really need to get that love for you first. I'm like, and if you're feeling lonely, like work on that by yourself and just like try and figure out why you're feeling lonely, because it might not even be that you're lonely. Like you might just constantly have that feeling of loneliness, because some people they socialize all the time and yet they still feel that feeling. So it's like you need to like get to the root cause of that feeling. And then you can go and date, but obviously that's way easier said than done, because everyone's got urges and everyone just does what they feel like they need to do in the time, you know? So like it's just one of those things.
I think you'll find someone.
For sure.
You've posted it like a few times, like on a date. I like that because it's quite funny. Like I wouldn't, if I was going on like a first date, I would never think to like post them up on my story or something. But
well,
it's quite
I've
fun
got a lot better at that now.
to see that.
Sure,
but I don't know
sure.
how the girls might feel. They might feel a bit scared.
Well, for sure. But if they don't follow me, then they wouldn't even know that I posted that I'm going on a date, you know?
That's true.
But I think I've definitely got a lot better at just not telling anyone. I feel like the second you tell someone that you're going on a date, you're cursed.
Yeah, for sure.
It's cursed.
You have to try and not
every time. Yeah,
speak about any
the
ideas
second you
too
tell
much.
someone that you're talking to someone, it's over. It's so sad.
It is. Same with like jobs. Like over the time when I've been searching for jobs, it's like I might tell, like I've started just saying like, oh, I might have an interview, or like when I was looking for jobs before this was like always just say like, oh, I've got an interview, but I'm not going to say what or when, because I find like whenever I do, it always flops. Bro. And I get really excited and everyone gets really excited and then nothing happens,
just goes dry,
and they're like, this is the one for you, man. This is the one, and then it's not.
It's the worst.
It's peak, man.
It is the worst.
That's just the way life goes though,
for sure.
Relationships are hard though. I feel like I've been with my partner for we've been like 4.5 years. Is that right? God, it's getting to that stage where I can't even, it's like 4.5. That must be right. Mental, but
it's a long time,
even
though.
like you have to work. Firstly, you have to work
sure.
in the relationship.
Yeah, for sure. It's a whole job to itself, you know.
And when working on yourself, it gets easier in the relationship. Like the
sure.
same thing applies of what you said. Like you have to
Yeah.
look within, and if it's the person you want to be with, like working on yourself will make it easier.
For
to stay
sure,
together.
yeah, for sure. I'm like, I was talking to a girl, whilst we were on a date, chatting about how I feel like this generation, because there's so many options, I think it's so easy to just give up on something. But like that love comes from having the issues and then working on them and just getting stronger and stronger through each problem. But in this generation, because there's just 5,000 people on your phone, it's just so easy to just run. And then you'll just never build something real because you're just constantly just running from the first little hurdle.
Absolutely.
But that hurdle could lead you to a gold mine, you know? Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, we weren't meant to see this many baddies.
No. Baddie. I like that. I've never used the word baddie.
I felt like it's appropriate. But yeah, I saw someone talking about this online. Like we were built to maybe see like 2 attractive people
during our whole life.
Yeah, and one of them would be our wife.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
And that was it. And now we can see like as many as you want at any moment.
It's crazy. It's crazy. But it just comes back to just being self-disciplined and knowing yourself and having trust in you and the person that you might be partnered with. I think self-discipline is probably the strongest trait for just because there are just so many options with everything in life, like, and things are just so easy to get, you know. So I think just having the strength to say no to things and to just have patience and be locked in will just carry you so far, which I think is partly why I love the idea of God and Christianity, because that is the core root of it, you know. Like I think it just bleeds into so many other parts of my life, and it's just gonna help me, you know. For sure. Yeah.
And when I was newer in the relationship, I always used to think like, oh, I could do X, Y, Z if I was single. Not like, I don't mean like being with other people. I just mean like have this other freedom or that other freedom. Yeah. And now I look at it in the complete opposite. Like I have so much more freedom because I'm in a relationship. Yeah, for sure. Like I've actually been able to achieve all these things because of like the stability or like this love that I have in my life. And I've actually grown so much as a person because of this, rather than seeing it in the other way around. I think that's helped like us stay strong. For sure. Well, like that could partially come from as well, because I feel like those times when you're single, you're putting so much thought and energy into trying to find someone, like, and that's time that could be spent on working on yourself or working towards a goal. So when you know that you have someone, even though time has to be spent on making that relationship stronger and greater, there's time that you have that you wouldn't have otherwise for growth, where you can lock in and do the stuff as you're saying, you know, like for sure. Wow, this is interesting. The light is still tweaking. It's deep. I don't know what's going on with I messed with the settings. This is why you should never mess with things too much, you know, because things can get broken. But that's okay. Right, what should we talk about now? I had some ideas in my head, and something you mentioned there I wanted to come back to. It was like fitness. And health. Come on. You've always been a bit of like a healthy guru kind of guy. And your skin, I was going to say your skin's like really nice. Thank you. What do you do for that? Thanks. I'm working on it. I think the best thing for your skin is just cold showers and just low sugar. I wouldn't say no sugar, because no one is doing no sugar. There's sugar in everything. But just low sugar and cold showers, I think. And like no booze. Like, so this year I've done so well with booze. I've had like
2-3 months where I've not drank at all, and then sometimes it slips back in. But my goal is to just go completely sober. I think booze just ruins your skin. It ruins your gut. It ruins your whole body. Booze.
It does mess up momentum, but it's quite fun though. Sometimes
I don't get the fun part anymore.
That's true.
Like the second I have a drink, I just feel awful. I'm like, why have I just put that in my body? Like, I feel anxious. I feel hot. Yeah, I just don't get on with it anymore.
I try not to drink as well. I go through a lot of phases.
Yeah, you've always been like that, I feel like.
Where like, and I'm
Not
currently
always,
in like
but
not drinking. It's just I don't want to sound like some kind of addict where I'm
No,
like,
for
I've
sure.
relapsed.
Yeah,
and I'm
for
drinking
sure,
every day.
for
It's
sure.
not like that, but
For sure.
it was my birthday recently. I had a couple of drinks, and I'm going
So
on
did I,
holiday
so
soon.
did I.
So it's like, well, I'll probably have a few
Yeah,
there, but
for sure.
I can't. I'm trying to get to the stage where I'm
There's
keeping
room for
it
everything.
to special occasions.
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
only,
for sure.
like birthday, and then like after my birthday, I was like, well, I don't want to drink then until I go on holiday, and then after that, I don't want to drink till Christmas.
Right, yeah, for sure.
And like keep it to like events rather than just like a hobby.
Just like a daily thing.
Yeah.
Where you're just yeah. But like and
the money aspect is a kind of a real thing as well.
bro.
So it's too much, man.
Expensive. I would say it's even more expensive on your health than it is your bank account. Like I think it takes its toll.
Yeah,
but
I find it really messes up momentum as well.
It does.
Especially with exercising.
Yeah,
like
it does.
it's like, oh, I don't want to go out and hit the gym today, or I don't want to go running or whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
And then it's harder to get back into that flow.
Yeah.
When
that flow,
been hungover.
Yeah.
And cold showers are interesting.
They're great for you. They're just so good for you.
Yeah, I've been having a lot of cold showers recently, but not
horny?
really, but not by choice. I had one today, but not.
So
not
did
by
I.
choice.
So did I. Yeah.
We changed the water timings, and it's not right, but I haven't bothered to fix it yet because.
How you mean water timings? What do you mean?
So like when the like heating comes on for the water, because you have to put the boiler on.
Grown up things.
Yeah, adult things, but it's really complicated to change. Sure. So it's like not right, but I can't be asked to actually deal with the problem. I'm just ignoring it and having cold showers most of the time. Unless we have, like in the evening, it's good.
Yeah. Like quick.
Yeah, there's like a window where it's really good, but then like
how cold is it? Like freezing cold or what?
Not freezing, but it's just like, not warm at all. Yeah,
sure.
Which I quite like.
That's how I like them. Same.
And it feels good for you, but it's
so good for you.
You waste
My
less
skin
water
feels
as well.
So much more elastic and tighter. The two different things I feel like, but yeah, my skin feels tighter. My body hurts less if I'm exercising loads, and then I take a cold shower, and it just makes me feel relaxed. There was like a study where taking a cold shower for like a certain amount of time, it will give you like a higher buzz than taking cocaine.
Yeah, and for longer.
Like, it lasts for way longer, and it's obviously way better for you because it's not cocaine.
Yeah,
like you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, fuck any sniffables. That's not good.
I think we're both long past that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, when like sometimes I turn up somewhere and I can sense like people are doing it, and I tend to just like leave.
Yeah, fair.
Or try and leave as quick as possible. Like if you're out in public. Like if you're at like an event or something in a rave or whatever, and people are like doing it, it's like different because it's like, okay, this is kind of a space. But if it's like a house party or something, I don't really like the vibe.
Yeah, I feel you.
So it's like, I know this is. It's not even tempting for me because once I learned to say no to anything, then I realized that it was fine to say no.
Yeah.
That was always the hardest part.
Yeah.
Especially if someone offered it to you. It's like, oh, well, this is such a good opportunity.
Yeah, right.
Like, I need to make sure I say yes. And then you get fucked up for no reason.
So true.
And when you realize that if you say no, no one actually gives a fuck.
Yeah, for sure.
In fact, they're happy that you've said no.
Like, oh, yes. Like,
great, more for me.
More for me. That's great. I was just being cordial. It's true. It's true.
And no one cares. And now it's like so easy to say no.
Yeah.
But I'm not like a preacher. I'm not going to be like,
no,
you shouldn't be doing this.
Sure,
like, I'm not going to rock up to the function and smack the bag out of
people's
hands as much as I'd like to do that. But
you can't be that guy. Because everyone has their vice and everyone has reasons for why they're doing things, and you never know what's going on in someone's life. If cocaine for them right now is getting them through the day, then whatever.
Everything serves a purpose, for sure. And like, I'm glad I've had the experiences with drugs that I have had, because
I've had loads.
It's taught me so much. And in a lot of ways, I'm glad I did it young, because I know, well, at least I'd like to think, touch wood and all that, that I'm not going to turn like 40
Touch
and
wood.
go through a divorce and then like get addicted to coke
right.
because I don't know how to deal with that sort of stuff.
Sure.
But yeah, I do worry like what damage has it done to my brain.
Oh, I mean, for me, just ruined my bladder.
Yeah?
Bro,
I mean, you had a piss when you got here.
So much.
Yeah?
But it's just something
you're
I have
hydrated.
to live with now. Well, that's the thing. I love to drink water. So I'm just pissing a lot. But it's just something that I have to live with. You know, it's like a real life lesson that physically stays with me forever. But it takes what it takes for you to get to where you get to, you know?
Yeah, so a reminder as well not to go back to
Yeah, for sure. Because I'd probably still be doing, well, not now, I would still be doing it. But I probably wouldn't have stopped when I did. I'm like, if it wasn't messing with my body, I probably would have carried on doing it for a while. I was like, I physically cannot do this anymore because it's messing with my body.
I feel like the biggest problem that caused me, the biggest thing that caused me problems was smoking weed, because I used to love smoking.
Yeah.
And I think the biggest like hangover from that is like so I can't think of words sometimes. Like my brain's a bit slow.
Really,
Quite often I'm like, oh, what's that word?
Yeah.
And people are like, oh, yeah, that word. I'm like, yeah, that was the word. And it's like not even that complicated of a word.
Yeah, that's definitely not good for your brain when you can't think of like basic everyday words, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, maybe they're not, you know, they're quite interesting words that I'm trying to pick for sure. But
some type of adjective or something.
Yeah. But I think that's the worst thing. And maybe
I
feel like I don't remember quite a lot of things. Like I think I remember things, but I just remember the things that I remember. Do you know what I mean? Like I remember everything, and then someone says, "Oh, do you remember this?" And I'm like, "No, I literally don't." Actually, that's quite fucked.
Wow, that's kind of scary. Wow. Wow.
And memories. People always say memories are just the last time you remembered it.
And I think they change over time. Like you'll think you know how something went, but you tend to not. And over time you change the details in your head. I'm like, there's not even truth anymore. Like you just have now just this made up story on which you hold to your heart as truth, but it's not.
Do you believe there is a truth? Is anything true?
What? Dr. Strange over here, like, what do you mean?
That's a good, what do I mean?
Do you believe there's a truth? Like, what?
I kind of mean like...
Bro's the Riddler.
History and everything is just like what we've kind of been told and what people have written down and remembered. I mean, that you would never have been able to extrapolate that from the question
no.
I
don't know.
You know, everything is just interpretation.
Just kind of a story that we've had written down in a book and then we hold it as gospel, like gospel.
Living in medieval times might not have been as bad as we might have been made to believe as a child.
Yeah. With all of that stuff, with most things, I try to not hold anything as plain truth, and I try not to let things that I can't like sort out as something that could like stress me out. Because like the things in the past, like slavery, or we just go straight in, like. I'm like, with all of that stuff, it's like, how do you really know what happened? So why even hold it that close to your heart? Because you just don't know what happened. Slavery was a bad example.
Yeah, jumped right in
that was just the first thing that came into my head. But like, just with anything, like, there's no point in holding it close to your heart because you just don't know what happens. So just go with the flow and look at the things that you can see and take them for truth, and then the rest of it, just let it all kind of flow past you. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
Slavery was such a bad choice.
Well, let's I'll put it back on me. Let's have an interesting segue into what is your heritage.
My heritage, my dad is from here,
Bristol.
Yeah, my mum's from Bristol. My granddad was born in Jamaica. I think he was born in Jamaica. So yeah.
Jamaica. Have you been?
No.
Do you feel like connected to the culture?
Kinda. Like I feel prideful about it, but I don't know much about it. We don't really know that much about our family. My mum's pops wasn't really around, so it's not something that we grew up with and know loads about. But I'm definitely grateful to have that
Mm.
part of my history, and I'm super prideful. I'm like, I love that that's a part of me, but I don't know that much about it.
So would you like say you identify as part Jamaican, or do you feel
Yeah,
more like
100%.
British
Yeah,
first?
I'm just mixed. Yeah, I just see myself as mixed, but I definitely do just see myself as British too. You know, I was born here. My family are from here. I'm proud to be British. Like, I think we're a cool place.
Yeah.
Like, I think you're lucky if you're born here. Like, I think you're very lucky if you're born
Yeah, we
here.
are quite privileged to be.
Yeah, I mean, we don't look outside and there's war going on, you know. So that is just privilege right there.
For sure. Would you ever lean into some more like Jamaican styles of music, like
No.
FP, dancehall?
No.
Nah.
My.
That would be funny, I think.
I mean,
it would be. I mean, funny in like.
Yeah.
It would be funny for it to happen, but I'm not. It would be.
Like,
It
I'm
would be
not
good. I think it
Drake,
would still be good as well.
Yeah,
It
maybe.
wouldn't be a meme.
Maybe
but
one day. Maybe one day.
It'd be
Who
quite a
knows?
plot
But
twist in
probably
the
not.
storyline.
It would be, wouldn't it? If I just started making dancehall. But yeah, probably not. No, probably not. I'll just stick to the hip hop.
Sounds good. Who kind of inspires you hip hop wise? A very like niche, not niche sound, but a unique sound.
Yeah, I don't know.
You
Like,
choose interesting beats.
I mean, Drake is my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shouts to. No, I'm not gonna say shouts to Drake.
Shouts to Drizzy.
Kind of anyway.
Hey, come on, Crody.
Who are my? I don't know. Like, when I was growing up, I listened to a lot of grime clashes, and that's where my love for music, for rap, first came from. It came from listening to just loads of Tim Westwood freestyles and stuff like that.
YouTube.com/Tim Westwood TV. Oh, rest in peace his career, man. Anyway,
I mean, kind of his fault, but
Yeah,
whatever.
never mind.
Yeah.
I think we should sometimes just look past it if it's still
for sure.
if it still was important to us, because kind of everyone recently has been quite shit. It seems.
Yeah.
So.
Shouts to Diddy, the
Yeah.
diddler.
Oh my god.
The diddler. Nah,
I think everyone's shitting it. Right
yeah,
now.
I mean,
everyone's stayed quiet apart from like Eminem.
Cat
50.
Williams said, you know, this is the year where
Bring it down, man.
the whole of Hollywood goes. But I don't know.
That'd be great. I'd love to see that happen.
Yeah.
Start afresh, you know.
Start afresh. What would that even look like?
I think it would just be AI then.
It would.
They just wouldn't bother to rebuild it. They just get AI on that.
That's where the music industry's headed anyway.
Yeah, it's quite scary.
You know, it is. But also, like, for me, I feel like if the world just heads, just dive straight towards that, then that is just where the world was meant to go.
Yeah, it's an evolution.
Like, yeah.
It's the next stage of humans is AI.
Yeah, so
it is an extension of us in a way.
For sure.
If you think about it. All our knowledge has been put
into it.
It is,
yeah. Like, I think that
Same
might
with
just be
robotics,
how it goes.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's just a forward push towards the new and next thing, and the new and next thing is AI.
And once we can upload our consciousness to the clouds, then
do you reckon you would? Yeah, you'd be straight on there.
Fuck that.
Nah. yeah, I don't think you would. I feel like you're quite like no to tech. Not no to tech, but
I'm always like
to AI.
I've always been a bit like, I don't want to be seen to be jumping on the popular
right, okay,
trend.
yeah, sure.
But then I'll do it eventually.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
So like,
okay, you're not gonna be the first to jump in the river.
I didn't get on TikTok for ages.
Yeah,
and
right.
Now I
same.
got on it. Like I love that shit. Or like same with podcasting. For years I said I don't want a podcast because I always thought like it would be kind of lame to have a podcast.
But nah.
And eventually I was like, oh fuck it, I just need to have a podcast
sure.
actually. So I'd probably be like, I wait
10 years later.
Wait till a few of my bros did it.
Yeah, right.
You know,
okay,
check in with them on the cloud every now and then, make
sure
sure they were happy, and then I would probably do it. But yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think that's a smart way to be though, you know, like let someone else test the waters and just see how they're feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's a smart way to be.
Yeah,
it's cautious. Sure. It's calculated.
Women
it's
and
patient.
children first.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Right, it's time for a snack.
Oh yeah.
We've got apples today because
man,
we're on the health kick.
Which Val was very keen on washing.
Yeah, I wash my fruit. Let's move the microwave slightly. This is going to be a good crunch though. These are royal.
Wait, are you doing a crunch? Is that what it is?
Royal Gala apples, 99p. So I was on the Pink Lady. Cheers.
Shouts. Do you have to do a crunch? Well, now we're doing ASMR. Like, what?
I fucking hate. You know what I hate? I
She
don't.
was juicy.
It's nice.
Shorty juicy, huh?
Yeah, I don't like ASMR, but I particularly hate the ASMR cooking videos. You know where they're like making a sandwich and it's like they slide in the ingredients and they slap the bread and they spread the butter on it.
No.
It's like fuck. It's
That
so
does not
annoying. The
come up on
sandwich
my-
looks good, but you've edited it in such a fucking
That does not come up on my
infuriating
page,
way.
no.
I really don't like that. But the food looks good though, you know.
Sure.
Uh,
Not that I've seen it. I've got no idea. This is
what
a really good
relaxes
apple.
you?
What relaxes me? What relaxes me? I think talking to myself does.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm like, I think...
Talking to myself and I feel great.
What lyric is that?
That's your bar, isn't it?
Is that meant to be mine?
I think so, yeah.
I don't think it is.
No, it's working on myself and I feel fuck, yeah.
Close, it's close, it's close.
Same
I was
meaning.
thinking like, who's that? Whose trash bar is that? It's yours. Yeah, I think growing up, I used to be so like stressy, and just loads of anxiety. But I think now, just taking a quiet moment to myself, I can fully center myself and bring myself back to earth, and I feel very calm being in my own presence. You know. Going to the sauna or going on a big walk, weightlifting, calms me down.
Yeah, you like to
moving.
walk.
I'm a big walker.
Do you still wear the barefoot shoes?
No. But I do need to get some new shoes because they're broken. But I've been wearing toe spacers recently, you know, like the little things you could put in your little, like, they're great. Like, I wear them as soon as I get home. Toe spacers in.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'm doing my stretches. I'm trying to get my feet strength up, really.
What does it do for your feet or your toes?
It just helps to get them back into their natural shape. Like, because obviously as babies, our toes are really spaced out and flexible, but the type of shoes we wear, they just make your feet really like stiff, and you get bunions, and your feet get weak because of the soles that we have.
Yeah.
So it just kind of just helps to get your feet somewhat back to baseline, as much as wearing spacers for like a couple hours could do, you know.
Maybe I'll try it out.
You should.
I mean, I work from home, so a lot of the time I don't wear shoes, but possibly
Get some spacers, bro. They're cheap.
even the socks might have the same effect. You know?
I tried the socks. They just felt really weird.
I mean, like socks, like any socks, might have the same kind of.
I thought you meant toe
crushing
spacer
effect.
socks.
I have one. I do actually have one pair for running for long distance.
yeah?
My mum bought me them, and they're so weird when you put them on. And you forget, but then you forget, and you take them off, and you're like, "Oh shit!" Yeah, I can see every single toe.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
But they do seem to make a difference, because the idea is they're good for long distance, because you're firstly they've got like compression for the feet and the it depends how high up you pull them, but the calves, and then also because of the spacing in the toes, you like grip
the floor better.
Yeah. I think it's more. You grip more with your toes.
Yeah.
Not less. And I think that's meant to be good, because then you're using
it is.
the toes more.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're good fun, and they're a bit strange, but they are good.
Yeah, you should definitely go buy some spacers. They're like £2. You know. Yeah, and they feel great.
How do I relax? I relax.
Yeah.
I like to go outside sometimes. Like just go for a little walk or a run or a cycle or.
I was going
whatever.
for a walk here. To be fair, like there's quite a lot of like not lake, but like there's quite a lot of nature around here. I'm like considering we're like central. There is still decent.
Yeah,
amount of
we're
nature.
really close to like getting out of the city.
Yeah.
Just south of the river, it's really easy to get out of the city. And we recently got like a vehicle, and this is like amazing.
Yeah.
We didn't realize that. Oh, in 20 minutes, I can be at a lake.
Yeah,
I can be in a forest, you know.
Yeah.
Whereas like before, it's like, oh, there's a forest, but that's a day out to get there and back, and you know. Which has been really good for just like
going to the forest
free.
is the best thing, because it's obviously on our natural place is the forest, you know. So like the more time that you can spend in by trees, in trees, next to trees, down in mud, it just does your brain so good. Just being in and around nature is just so good for you.
Yeah. Getting muddy is like good. Me and the mate, we played some rugby last year. Well, we didn't play because it was two of us, so we were kind of just like kicking the ball about. But we got
rugby, you were kicking it. Oh, to be fair,
we got so muddy, and it was great. I felt like a child again. Like after football training on like a football match on a Saturday, and it was a bit wet, and you'd be like,
yeah, man,
crusty with mud, and you'd have to take your socks off and jumps. It's like you're going straight in the bath. You know, it's basically like that. It was great. I felt so like free and like so much endorphins and dopamine just from getting all crusty with mud.
Just getting stuck in, mate.
Yeah,
like, that's what life's about.
And once you like cross that boundary, like when we got there, it was like, oh, a bit of mud.
Yeah, right.
As soon as you're like, fuck it. Yeah. It's like feels so good, you know.
Wet toes, athlete's foot, all of it, mate.
Yeah, I love fungal infections.
All of it, bro.
Do
Yummy.
you have any fungal infections?
Not right now, no.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm chilling.
That's good. Health is wealth.
I'm putting that there for a second. Is that all right there?
Yeah, please do. Just chuck it anyway. Yeah, man.
Bless. Thank you very much. Thanks for that, Apple.
There was something else I was going to ask you. I want to think about it for a second.
My marriage? Am I married? I got a ring, but no, I'm not married.
It was about your cat.
My cat?
You got a bit of a weird cat.
Pharaoh, my hairless Sphinx cat, yeah. He's a great guy.
Do you like them
Pharaoh's
hairless?
Great. Sometimes I wish he had hair.
Yeah.
Just because he'd be nicer to smooth, but I think he fits the theme of my life. He's different. He's strong. He's his own being. I think it's inspiring.
Yeah, that's a bit of you.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, like I think he just fits in. He fits in with me
for sure,
quite well.
He's nice. I mean, I was scared when I first saw him.
Yeah,
I'd never seen one, and then like,
and then you're just thrown into it.
Then I gave him a stroke, and I was like, "This is actually pretty nice."
Yeah, he's chill.
Yeah, like it's
he just
weird.
feels
It's
like
a different
skin.
sensation.
Yeah.
But
he likes a stroke though. Pause.
Yeah. Who doesn't?
You know what I'm saying? Who doesn't like a stroke?
Are you still off the Devil's video?
Yeah. So yeah. The past 2 weeks.
Nice.
Yeah. I've been locked in. It's
That's porn we're talking about.
Yeah, we're
porn.
chatting about NoFap, #NoFap, which I did a story about, which bang, that story popped off, bro. People were like, yeah, like, I'm so glad you spoke about that, like, because I'm going through it. I'm like, I think like for our generation, we just grew up with porn, which is just so bad for your brain. It just rots your brain. And it just takes away all of your manhood, I feel like. So I feel like saying no to porn, it takes the power back to you. Like it gives you the power back, and it allows you to kind of reconfigure your brain and get back to what you were born to be. I'm like, we weren't born to sit and watch people fuck on the screen. No. like what? Like every now and then, I guess it's fine, but just the way that I am, I would just rather just be off of it, cold turkey, just gone, just none of it, you know.
So you're not like no fap as well as no porn, or you just like using your imagination.
So this is kind of graphic, but like
nah, that's what we talk about on the.
I
Cotched
couldn't
podcast.
do like fully no, because sometimes, bro, I'm just so horny.
Yeah,
I'm way too horny. I'm like, I need to do something real quick. I need to pop something real quick. Like,
yeah,
I just get too horny. I mean, I'll just be thinking about it. I'll be sat down. I'll just think about it. Yeah,
being clumsy, you know.
Yeah. Well, I'm like, I haven't had sex in a year, so I think that's also part of it. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Which is
talk about that.
I'm like, I've always been like that. I'm like, I've not really had sex apart from. I'm like, if I've been in a relationship. I'm like, I've taken girls home, but I've never really fucked them. I've just cuddled with them and then sent them on their way the next day. That's like, nice. I've never been like a one night stand fucker. Like maybe like twice in my life. And yeah, I've not had sex in a year just because I'm like, if I feel like I'm not gonna want to have sex with them again, then I'd rather not have sex with them. I'd rather just wait until I find someone that I actually want to spend time with.
That's
I
nice.
feel like it's rude to just fuck someone knowingly, and then just send them on their way whilst you're knowing that you're not going to want to see them again. I feel like that's just using someone. I don't want to do that.
It's a sharing of
Like,
energy as well.
Yeah, massively. Yeah, massively.
And if it's not the right person, then you can.
Then I just don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth it to just fuck someone just for the sake of fucking someone. I'd rather wait.
That's nice.
Yeah.
It's a nice approach.
Yeah.
A whole year.
A whole year.
Good. So you're waiting for the one, or just the
I
right
guess
one?
so. Yeah.
That's
Kinda.
nice. That's very Christian of you. I feel like
guess,
Drake would say this as well.
Yeah.
I just took her home and we cuddled. Like, it's nice.
That is nice.
That's a nice connection, though, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure.
Because in a lot of ways, there's
no rush.
Everyone always said. People always say,
Yeah.
how many girls have you slept with? But people
Yeah.
never say, how many girls have you had intimate connection
Yeah, right,
with and
for
shared
real,
a cuddle,
for real.
you know?
But yeah, like sex is gonna be there. Like, there's no rush to just fuck someone. Like, just chill, just breathe, get to know someone. Like, fuck with your eyes first, fuck with your heart first. But for real, like, fuck with your heart first, and then
busting that on your.
Then when it's time, but then when it's time, go at it, and don't stop going at it.
Yeah.
Go at it like rabbits. Just when it's time.
Yeah, for sure. Damn, interesting.
Yeah.
Very insightful. This.
I guess.
Do you still do CMOS?
I don't do CMOS, but
Like, it's good for you, right? Like,
yeah, for sure. So right now I'm on B12, magnesium, vitamin D, lion's mane, ashwagandha.
Oh, nice.
And there's a couple more bits that I take as well.
Two of those I've heard a lot about and I've never done. So lion's mane, what's that? What does it do for you?
I think that one is good for just calming your mind. I think it's good for your brain.
And lion's mane, the other one,
same with the ashwagandha. I think that is really good for your brain as well.
I've seen some stuff online, like it makes you very chilled.
Yeah.
But I've been a bit afraid because I don't know how chilled it's going to make me.
Oh, it's not gonna
like a psychoactive substance.
Turn you docile. Like, it's fine. It's just it's fine.
It's like a chamomile tea.
Yeah, basically.
Tablet format.
Yeah, just try it.
Sick. All right, maybe I'll go and pop some off like today.
Pop some ashwagandha.
Yeah. No drinking. Just vitamins and water. That's how
yeah. So the past couple of weeks I've been locked into that rotation of tablets and. Yeah, man, I feel really good. I feel really calm. I think with everything, I'm like, it's a combination of things. For me, it's exercising, it's prayer, it's taking my vitamins, it's sleep. It's just the whole flow of things in it. Yeah, like I feel super balanced right now. I feel present. I feel comfortable enough to say all the things that I've just said on this mic.
That's good.
Yeah, like I feel good.
It's good to talk as well.
For sure.
I've found since I've had the podcast, I've been, just more open outside of this room as well with other people. Just feeling more chatty, feeling like I can be.
I could see
how
it carries over into just everyday chit chat.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
So what's coming for FP?
What's coming for FP? I'm gonna be learning to drive.
Nice.
And so I have been shooting a video. I've been making loads of music. I haven't put anything out in a couple months, but I've been making loads of music. So I think right now I'm just working up to the place where I can drop. Like I've got real life stuff that I want to sort out. Mm-hmm. First, like for me, I feel like my art, I feel like it's a luxury. And I want to have all the things in my life stapled out first. Mm-hmm. And then I can go back to trying to make the luxury work.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I've always liked how you don't like shit out music. You take time between tracks.
Yeah.
You let them breathe. You let them grow naturally.
Like, well, yeah. I'm like,
and then it pays off.
Yeah, massively.
Not shitting out content like I am every week.
Well,
it's different content, obviously.
I think how I do it, I'm like, it's because I do ads. I'm like, because I spend money on the promo, you can have that time away from it because you don't have to constantly post to get that promo because I'm running an ad. So it's getting that promo in its own time. And then I've been lucky to have like 3 or 4 songs just get picked up, and now they still do numbers on Spotify, and I don't have to do anything. I'm like, the last 2 years, like my numbers just keep going up, and I've barely dropped.
Did Step Like hit 1 million?
Not yet. No.
Half a million.
Yeah.
Still a
half
lot,
a
man.
mil,
That's crazy.
and then I got another one on like 300k, and another one just hit 200k like last week.
Damn.
So like it's all
Have you got paid?
just
for
going
that?
up. Yeah. I made a bit of money.
Nice.
Yeah. I made a little bit of money. Yeah.
Like, is it enough to buy like a week shopping? Is it enough to buy a nice garb? Or is it enough
shopping,
to buy like a small car or something? Like how much? It's ballpark figure. I don't have to give
like
me
a
the
second-hand car. Yeah, you could buy
Yeah.
a second-hand car.
Nice.
I feel like you could buy a second-hand car.
That's
yeah.
good. I think like it's good to spread the message that like you
For
can
sure.
actually make money off this.
You
stuff
can.
for other musicians.
Like you just have to treat yourself like a business, and you have to think about it like a business. Like you can't get caught up in just being an artist and everything is about the art, because it's just not all about the art. I'm like, it is about the business side of it. That is 70% of it. If you have a good song and you don't know how to promote it, it's a wasted song anyway. And then there's people who don't make good music but it blows up. Like I feel like most of it is the business side of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you going to do any more shows as well? FP tour? I feel
FP
like
tour.
you could tour.
I feel like I
You've got
probably
fans outside of Bristol.
could. My fans in Bristol are like my 10th highest stream city is Bristol.
Wow. What's
So,
number one?
It's either like Birmingham or London. It's one of those two.
They like
but,
you out in Germany as well, right?
Germany and Oz and France. I'm popping in those
Sick.
countries. Yeah,
That's
it's
sick.
crazy. Yeah.
That's really interesting. That's a good reason to use ads, because something I've always
Yeah,
struggled with
for
is
sure.
like,
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of my people who know what I do are people that I know or that know me from like knowing other people in the zone. Whereas like if you want to take this global, you need global fans. You
For
know?
sure.
If you want to make money, then you need to think outside of the city you're in.
Yeah.
And you've done that quite well,
Of course.
I think.
Well, I think because I had Step Like, which just blew up, I think that song, because obviously it came with like a lot of, it got streamed all around the world. So I was able to check the data for that, and then I could see where they were listening from. So then I just made sure that my songs from there forth went to those countries.
That's very analytical, smart approach.
Yeah, you have to, you know.
Damn.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But do you like doing shows? Do you like performing?
I don't know. Sometimes, but like I don't like playing in Bristol. I feel like I've just done it, and like there's not that many new people that would come to the shows. I would like to play in other cities. Someone asked me to play in London, but I just don't think it's the right time, because I feel like the first time that I play there it could bring out quite a lot of people. So I don't want to waste that first time, because you only get one first time where that can bring out loads of people because it's your first time there. So I'd rather wait until it's the right situation to then bring out all those people at one time.
That's very wise.
Yeah.
People are afraid to say no, I think, these days.
Yeah.
Like,
I've never been.
will come back.
Yeah, I think that's been one of my strongest superpowers just in life. I think it's just knowing that something doesn't feel right for me, and I'll just say no, which has always come from just faith in my ability and now in God. To that things will come round, and that it's not just one chance. You know, there's going to be loads and loads of chances, especially if you make those chances. So if something doesn't feel right, but then make sure that it is because it doesn't feel right, and don't just do it because you're scared.
There's a difference there.
Yeah, massive difference. Like, say no because you know in your heart that it's not right. Don't say no because you're scared to do it. There is a big difference, because then you might miss on an opportunity just because of fear.
Interesting.
Yeah.
We'll wrap it up shortly, but I wanted to just come back, because you mentioned fear earlier and you mentioned it again. So what are you kind of scared of or fearful of at the moment?
What am I scared of? Right now, nothing, bro.
No?
There's not a thing.
That's good.
What am I scared of? Yeah, nothing, man. Nothing. Literally nothing. I feel very balanced and very strong, and yeah, nothing.
That's
nothing.
really good.
How about
Powerful. How about me? I feel like I'm kind of scared of kind of stagnating slash missing, not missing the chance because we just talked about that, but like not, I guess missing the opportunity to have grown when there was an opportunity, but I feel like it will come again. Like you're saying there, I don't know what opportunity I'm necessarily referring to. I think it's just easy to see other people succeeding,
for sure,
and think, why aren't I there yet? Or I deserve that.
Which is
why
such a route to self-loathing, and
for sure, man.
You know,
and something else. Yeah, spiders. Yeah, I don't like them crawling on me. You know,
during the last year, I've gotten so much better with spiders. I can just pick them up and take them
with your hand.
Yeah, man.
Damn.
I'm like,
that's nice.
Like they're just little things, you know.
But we're stewards of God's earth, so
exactly,
we need to help them get to where they need to be.
Exactly. They're just trying to get somewhere like everyone else.
They're more scared of us, for sure.
100%. Look how huge we are compared to them.
Damn. Yeah, we are giants on this planet.
Yeah, we're huge. Yeah. A little bitty spider. We're huge. What?
I don't mind snakes. I mean, maybe I would if they were actually in this country.
Yeah, right.
But I think I like the idea of a snake.
Pause.
There we go. You said we weren't going to play the pause game, and it took 1 hour, 9 minutes, 10 seconds. Pause.
Bro likes a snake. Whoa.
Damn. Okay. Well, I think on that note, let's think about coming to an end here.
Beautiful.
FP, it's been great having you.
Thank you for having me, man.
Very wise guy, I think.
Thank you.
I feel like I often say, like, I sense bright things in your future to all my guests, but that's because I choose them well, you know.
Sure,
but I do genuinely think like your growth is impressive, and
thank you.
I love your individuality, and you're not afraid to be different in a city where I feel like it's quite hard to stand out, and it's hard not to give a fuck about everyone else in the city. I feel like, but you're kind of just in your own lane, not worried about the scene or the people you trust. Like that, you've got the people who care. Yeah, for sure. Beyond Bristol, which I think is a powerful thing to do. And just keep making that music, man.
Thank you very much,
sweet,
bro.
Sweet music.
Thank you very much.
Do you have any final words that you want to say? Anything you need to get off your chest?
Any final words? Just treat yourself with love. That's all. Just be patient with yourself and be calm and be gentle to yourself. That's it.
Pause. Peace out, gang.
Sayonara.